just beginning. That said, before I leave, I don't have much time, but I need to ask a question of you, General Dunford. I had the privilege of recently on Friday going to the Guantanamo Bay detention facility and meeting with our men and women who serve there. And they're doing an excellent job under difficult circumstances, as you know. And one of the issues that was brought to my attention, and I know that you as a leader in our military, one of your jobs, having been a commander and serving obviously in the highest position in our military, understand that taking care of our men and women in uniform is so critical. And yet we have a situation down there where we met with women guards who are being prevented from fully performing their mission because the 5 9/11 attackers who are charged with killing 3,000 Americans will not allow them to perform their duties because they're women. Can you tell me what you think about that and whether you think that is right and how we should be addressing that?
Senator, I can tell you how I feel about it. I feel the same way as the commander, U.S. Southern Command, General Kelly, who describes it as outrageous. And I read his weekly report and have read it for about probably the last 7 or 8 weeks, to include the 2 or 3 weeks before transition. So it's outrageous. He's identified it, and as you probably know, Senator, that's being worked by lawyers. It's an injunction. I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just sharing with you that's actually where it's at right now. It's being worked by lawyers. The commander's identified it. I think it ought to be. It is outrageous. It ought to be fixed. It hasn't been to date.
I'd like to see the administration speak out against this. Here we talk about giving women more opportunity in combat, but this is a area where these women that we met with, by the way, that are serving there, they're the very best, and they are not being able to perform the full responsibilities of their positions simply because they are women, because 9/11 terrorists are manipulating the system to say that our women cannot guard them. Secretary Carter, I hope you would agree with me that this is outrageous, and I would hope that the administration would do everything in its power to stand up for our women in the military.
I do want to associate myself with what the chairman said. It is outrageous, and what General Kelly said, this is the pursuant to an action of a federal judge, and I understand that. But if you're asked, I think it is counter to the way we treat service members, including women service members, and outrageous is a very good word for it.
I appreciate both of you being here.